let's have a close look at KTM's 790 Adventure R. Traditionalists would argue that if you want to ride off-road adventure bikes, you need 1200 cc's or more. KTM though would argue that you need to go smaller. In fact, they're saying that 790 cc's is the right number. The new Adventure R is breaking new ground. It's a bike that hasn't really been around in this form before. Yes, we've had small trail bikes that you can ride adventure on, and then there's the big ones. But this is the two sizes morphed into one. The advantages of a mid-size bike are twofold. It's got the comfort of one of the bigger off-road bikes, but at the same time, the handling and nimbleness of a single-cylinder machine. Just new on the market, as you would expect, it's got the latest of everything. WP suspension on the front and rear, which is a KTM trademark. It's not there for show, it's high-quality stuff. The fuel load is kept really low in this bike with the drop tanks right at the base of the motor. Now that gives the bike really good balance and also a long distance. This bike can do over 450 kilometres to a tank. KTM have got a lot of experience with V-twin motors, but this one, the 790, it's a parallel twin. The LC8 motor puts out 88 Newton meters of torque and nearly 100 horsepower, which makes it pretty rapid, especially when you add it to the low weight of this motorcycle. And when you combine that to KTM's 6-speed gearbox and anti-slipper clutch, you've got a real package. KTM truly have opened up a new segment when they designed this bike. It's definitely a lot better in the tough stuff than the bigger 1200 machines, and it can go a lot further and take you places that your mates on the 1200s will never go. And if you do have a mishap when you're out on the trail, this bike's going to be a lot easier to pick up due to its lightweight. Even though this is a completely new model, it still has those KTM attributes that we've come to love. It's got the signature tubular trellis frame, high-strength die-cast open lattice swing arm, and that's what makes it perfect to handle in any extreme adventure ride. Although the 790R is breaking new ground on its capacity, it misses out on none of the luxury that you get with one of the bigger bikes. It's got all the mods and cons that you would expect. It's got the ABS, it's got the traction control, and all the different modes that help you on-road and off. If you're new to the adventure riding market, and one of the bigger bikes is too daunting to you, and one of the smaller bikes, well, it's pretty much just a trail bike, isn't it? Perhaps this 790R could be the perfect platform for you to take your first steps to an off-road ride. You can get out there amongst the nature. It's not about going flat out. You can ride at your own speed, but still test your technical abilities. You can go with a bunch of mates, you can ride in town or out in the country. It's about you, your bike, and having some fun. If you're after one of these 790Rs, you better get in quick because they're flying out of doors all over Australia. Why? Well, they're a good bit of kit and they're made for extreme adventure. To find out more about the 790R, visit peterstevens.com.au.